Ta-da! We're back.
Le chef est encore de mauvaise foi.
So, so we're back. We're kind of playing this game. We're not really playing this game. Um, I was thinking about what else to do, and I realized I did just about all the interesting stuff. Um, just going over really quick. Vernon Square, Georgetown Center. Yeah, there's stuff over there, I suppose, but there's nothing really interesting to do. Just more, just enemies. Um, Evergreen Mills. There's no real reason for us to do Evergreen Mills. Um, Tenpenny Quest. Not really worth it. You know, like yeah, it's neat. It's a neat quest, but it's not really worth it. Let's just put a couple of these things away here. Eugene, there we go. Helmet. Huh. And so I think we're done. I think we're done with the game. Um, like we got 27 Nuka-Cola Quantums. We could probably get a few more from the Robco factory or something. But is it really worth doing? I don't think so. Right? Like yeah, we get a recipe for Nuka grenades, but we don't really have anything interesting left to use it on. So I was thinking just on this last stream, we're just going to screw around. I've already used some console commands here to set up certain things. Where is it at? M. No? Is it already in my inventory? Is that why? Oh, there it is. We already have it. Let's see here. Yeah, I suppose there's not really too much to do. So, we're just gonna go over some sillier stuff. Let's find a good vantage point. What's a nice and high place? I think Arfu should serve us pretty well. Let's see how this looks. Is that bigger than a mini nuke? I think it is. I think it's maybe 50% bigger. Yeah. This is the orbital satellite weapon. Let's see if we could fire that there. Okay. Well, so much for that. Hey, Snacks. We're just wasting time, I guess. We're just screwing around. We already beat the game. I thought about doing side quests, but I realized I don't really care. So I used console commands and I got a bunch of weapons that we shouldn't have. Like this one, no name. Liberty Laser, no image. Liberty Prime Bomb. That's, pretty normal. Actually, can I drop this? Oh, look at that. It just stays floating there. Well, that sucks. Can't pick it up either. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to do anymore since we already did everything. We could go clear out the White House, I guess. Or not the White House. Museum of... No, not the museum. Congress. That's what it's called. We'll clear out Congress. But we're just gonna screw around. So let's see here. We'll put this on. Press the naughty boy button. PGM. Actually, do grenades even fly with this? Not even sure. Interesting. I don't know. This was one of the first games I modded when I was younger. So I kind of know a little bit about it, but it's not really the friendliest. I think New Vegas is a little bit easier to work with. How about this one? Oh, this one comes with a wind sound effect. Almost forgot. Hmm. Yeah. So, I don't know. I had some things prepared to talk about. Mostly like some art references. Hey, Bry. We're, um, we're, we're just having fun here. I thought about what to do. Nothing really much left to do. So I figure we'll just go out with a bang. Um, like I got a bunch of like developer only stuff here. But, you know, once you reach a certain point in the game, it doesn't really matter. But we put on God mode, and one of the fun things about God mode is you have infinite ammo as well. That's a little loud. Actually, let's switch to something more tame. This is the laser that the robot uses, Liberty Prime. Just there you go. That's nice and quiet. And because we turned off clipping and gravity, when things die, they just stay in the air. Like whatever happened to this guy. Holy shit. So you get these weird effects of like floating gore. That's cool. I mean, sucks for him, but you know, sometimes we have rough days. And then they all move again once we turn it back on. Hopefully this doesn't crash the game. Hey, there we go. Like confetti. Yeah, but definitely Fallout 3 is a really good game for its world. But in terms of quests and things to do along that nature, it's not really that interesting. There's only a handful of really interesting stuff to do. There is a quest that I thought about doing for freeing people from slavery and restoring the statue of the guy with the hat, Abraham Lincoln. But that quest doesn't work properly. That quest never got fixed since you're dependent on people walking through tunnels, and enemies can kill them. So that's a shame. You know, couldn't really do that. But yeah, here we are in the capital. Big rotunda. And there's a super arena behemoth. As for other stuff, like we did all the DLCs. Those were still good. I guess we could go back to Point Lookout, but there's no reason to, because we did everything there as well. So we're just kind of, I don't know, fucking around. Hello. Goodbye. And I honestly thought about doing New Vegas today, but I was like, oh, you know, Twitch was down earlier, so it wasn't really working right. And where's the door? There's a door around here. And I was gonna do this earlier, But, you know, I went to go get groceries. I made a really great tofu, chili lime tofu. It turned out really nice. That was good. Um, and you know, yeah, I don't really know. Let's see here. Trying to think of. Oh, we could go visit Vault 87. That's actually a really good place to visit. Yeah, that was delicious. I really like that. I made enough for lunch tomorrow. Gloomy was talking about it yesterday, and I was like, oh, I need to make that recipe since I got some tofu in the fridge. And I froze some of it because I guess it changes the texture, makes it like more crumbly. And I tried it, didn't really make enough though. That was my problem. I didn't make enough. So I had to open up another package that wasn't frozen and use that. But it was still nice. It still turned out really good. Door. Man, where are we going? We're going downstairs a lot. And I also got some shrimp chips. Shrimp chips. Interesting. And they smell very fishy. But in terms of taste, they don't really have a strong taste. I thought they'd be a lot different. We don't care about that. Now we're going up. Where are we? I have no idea where we are. Oh, we're in the Senate. Look at that. I mean, it looks a little different IRL, but I suppose that's what it should be, right? Behind here. Lying, congressional style. Great. I feel like the Capitol building was supposed to be more important in game. But they just don't have any quests linked to it. And even that super mutant behemoth that we killed earlier, that's the only reason to ever come to the Capitol, really. So I'm not sure why they spent all the time making this place. It's almost like Tacoma Industrial, right? They made a whole area with like artillery and fights and a factory. But they didn't really do anything with it. Happens a lot, I suppose. We're in another... No, we were just here. Okay. I guess all these guys respawned or something. Ah, levels. Okay. I guess even if we are in God mode, we do get to level. Oh, puppies. Yeah, there we go. How do we get out of here? Is it over there? It is over there. Let's press our naughty boy button again. And we're just going to walk right through this. Ta-da! Yeah, the console commands are really easy to use. Very similar to the ones... I think all the Bethesda games, like Skyrim, has very similar ones. So once you know how to use it, works great. You know, you could spawn in items. In Skyrim, you could even spawn in stuff with enchantments on it, which is cool. Other stuff here. This rocket launcher is unique. Because it's not a rocket launcher. This is... remember Liberty Prime died, right? From missiles from the sky? This is the weapon that the devs used to make that effect. So if we just fire it, you can see it looks like one of those missiles. And there it goes. I love learning how games work under the hood. I think it's really interesting. Well, it's not a weapon. Well, I suppose it is. It is a weapon, technically, right? But all it is a stock rocket launcher model, right? They already have the model, and they just attached it to a special rocket animation, right? You see this rocket, right? So it's a special animation, and when it hits, it just does the nuke explosion, but like 50% bigger. And that's all it really is how the game works under the hood. This is a stock explosion. They already modeled that. They just made it bigger. Yeah, you have there's a lot of stuff in the game that's like that. I remember in this game, no, I think it was Fallout New Vegas. In Fallout New Vegas, there are flies, right? And the flies are just the fly enemy, but they just made them like super tiny. Because why model another fly, right? You already modeled a fly. So just make it really tiny and no one can notice the difference. Little stuff like that is really interesting. So we're here at the entrance of Vault 87, the place we couldn't get into. And as you can see here, there is 1,000 something radiation a second here. So we would die in, what, a third of a second here? 2/3 of a second. So you're never supposed to enter this area. But with God mode, we can actually walk into it and see that they put 2 briefcases, a gun, some sucker with radiation clothing. Not like it matters, you know, like you can never walk here. And the door isn't even a door. Like, you know, it's a door model, but it doesn't go anywhere. So really, I don't know, really neat. Really neat how they made some of this game. We walk in here, cave. Just a stock cave. You know? But seeing some of the stuff under the hood, always fun. What's another interesting location? Let's see. Tenpenny Tower could be pretty nice. That's high up. Republic of Dave, that quest sucks. Oh, we could actually go to the Pittsburgh. Try that out. Go to the pit. And at least we could fast travel here. Okay, that's white. There you go. And we'll just turn our no clipping on again. Is it down here? Do we have to touch the water? 41. I mean, that's pretty real. I could have sworn there was a point here that was like 600 a second. One. Okay. One's not a lot. Well, this was a lot lamer than I thought it'd be. Ooh. Are these real birds or are these flat? Oh, look at that. They are flat. Man. The bird budget goes really hard, huh? But they look pretty nice from a distance, at least. Yeah, and then the way they did the skybox, of course, one really nice building. You know, even some stock fire effects. And then as soon as you get away from that, it's like not even rendered. Just repeat texture there. There's a blast furnace, at least that looks decent. Can you see Haven from here? I guess that's supposed to be Haven right there, but it's not in the right place. I don't know, just really interesting stuff how it works under the hood. You can see here, this gate, never supposed to go past it because the road leads to nowhere. Might be faster just to load save here. There you go.
Sans rire.
Do I have a load at the place? There's the Air Force Base. I was about to say, we could just do the evil ending for the game. If we really wanted to. Whoops. Gotta mute that. Okay, there we go. That's the brain. What the hell is that? There we go. That's the one. Perfect. Yes, I would like to fire everything at my friends. Ta-da! And we're evil. We're a bad person now. I can't believe you've done this. Are we still in God mode? Yes. Good to know. God mode lasts between your save files. Wait. Oh, maybe we fucked up. Hold on. Turn off clipping. There we go. Does it work now? There we go. Okay, now it's working. I guess the helicopter cannot fly without physics. So instead of blowing up this area, we told the Brotherhood, hey,
Ça vous surprend de me voir?
oh, you're in French in this save file too.
Contrôle Citadelle, ici troupe 1. Contrôle Citadelle, répondez. Qu'est-ce qui déconne avec le matériel de ce tas de bout volant? Essayez ça. Contrôle Citadelle, répondez. Ici troupe 1.
So they cannot respond to the Citadel, probably because the Citadel's gone.
On va aller voir ce qui se passe. Accrochez-vous.
I was gonna say, I don't think we could move here. Oh, we can go third person at least. That's something. There you go.
Qu'est-ce que... Tout? Tout a disparu. C'est vous qui avez fait ça, espèce d'assassin.
He's
Vous
so
les avez tous
angry.
tués. Tuez ce traître. But...
And of course we're invincible. Oh, I don't have the stuff on this file, right? I have this. Hello. Goodbye. Interesting, that helicopter is indestructible. You know, I like to think that this is the canon ending for Fallout 3. Because, if you destroy the Brotherhood here, Fallout 4 never happens. Thank God. That's the only upside to this. So we get to go inside here, and everyone's dead. Everything's gone. There's only a hole in the ground. And there's a single door. Which this is neat. Yeah. You know, little gapers. Little goatsy. Open wide. Yeah. Lucky? Nope. And then in this area, there's a safe with a unique 44 Magnum. Actually, we could just, hold on. Click. Unlock. Haha, we're a cheater. I don't care. And we get this unique Magnum. Callahan's Magnum. And it doesn't do anything different. It's just higher damage. Which is a shame. The alien cowboy, or I should say, the cowboy who was abducted by aliens. His 44 Magnum, you could kill him for it. He's actually a shotgun. So that one's, you know, kind of cool. But if we kill the Brotherhood, we get some Tesla cannons, we get all their guns and ammo, nukes, alien power cells, right? Really rare. And that's about it. Then the Brotherhood is angry at us forever. Which, you know, who really cares, right? I mean, they're all dead, and I like to pretend Fallout 4 never happened. There you go. That's a big hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is a pentagon. Not after this. Actually, let's put a marker there. Nope, not there. Now we're on a different save file, but you know, we're on God mode, so who really cares? I think even if we visit the Brotherhood outcasts, the people who separated from the Brotherhood in this game, I think they're angry at us as well. Which is nice. You know, I'm glad they went through the trouble. I see people here on my map. But where are they? What the fuck?
On veut pas d'ennui.
Huh? I've never seen this shit before. What the fuck? Interesting. Yeah, snacks. I'm playing in French. I'm taking French lessons, so I've put my games into French to get some exposure to it. It works a little bit. Like honestly, comparative things like heavy, light, I got from games. Numbers, you deal with a lot of numbers, so those are pretty fun. Not that it's ever useful, but like certain vocabulary around guns is funny that it's in French. So it's nice, you know, it's a good little thing. And then you get to listen to the voices, and Fallout actually has really nice voice acting, so yeah, that's probably why. No, I don't live over there. Or I thought that you will live in France. No, I mean, I've been there. No, these guys aren't angry at us. Oh, color me surprised.
Baissez la tête, débile. Voilà.
Well, now they're angry at us now. There you go. No, I'd like to move to Canada eventually, to Quebec. But you know, that's like a really long-term goal. Magic button, unlock, ta-da. No, it's not that different. Like, some of the vocabulary stuff is different, but not in like a meaningful way. I mean, I would say, you know, the Spanish from Chile versus the Spanish from Mexico is more different. TBH. Yeah, but they have an accent, and I think that's why most like French people. I know I'm Snacks. I'm Mexican. Um, I mean I'm born in America, but I'm like the first one in the family to be born here. So yeah. So we got a unique missile launcher that's kind of broken. Hey, don't do that. That's loud. Honk. Yeah, I like how this one just flonks him out. There you go. I mean, everyone had to be born sometime, right? But yeah, so let's see. We met the Brotherhood Outcasts. I guess this save file does have a little bit more stuff in it. We could go all the way to the recovery. No, we cannot. Because someone is angry at us. There you go. No, it's probably gonna block me again. Nope. Yeah, I saw the, that was a really good one. There you go. No. Who is near me? Why can I not travel? Here's what we're gonna do. Click. Kill. Yeah, I like how you gave Gloomy a big butt. That's cheating. We're on the last part of the game. I know we're cheating. You're lucky we're not cheating more. How? And the game crashed. Holy. I deserve that. But yeah, game crashed. What do we got? An hour and some extra time. I guess we could, you know, I guess we could start the next one. We got all we could out of Fallout 3, TBH. Give me a second. Let me just switch this over. Fallout finished. Look at that. That's, you could tell I went to school for that one. Starting FNV. Do you think they're gonna know what FNV means? Hmm. we make a new? Yeah, I guess we'll do a new save file. We cannot watch the intro. Fallout New Vegas has a ton of copyrighted music. And they are much more aggressive for it than the Fallout 3 music. So I do have like the Ultimate Edition or the edition with all the DLC in it. So that's what all this stuff is. Equipment Classic. Mercenary. Caravan.
Ça y est,
Rival.
vous avez repris vos esprits.
Now, I do have some points to make about
Oh là,
Fallout New Vegas.
doucement,
In Fallout 3, there were a couple celebrity voice actors.
plusieurs jours.
Our dad,
Dépêchez-vous un petit moment.
our dad was voiced by Ian Nielsen. You know, the Star Wars guy.
Des dégâts. D'accord,
Um,
non.
and I guess, you know, he's also famous for other stuff. But, you know, Ian Nielsen and Ron Perlman did the voice for the narrator at the end. And I think those were the two most famous voices. Here in Fallout New Vegas, of course, Ron Perlman comes back to be the narrator. But this character in front of us, Doc Hoff, in the English version, he's voiced by Steve Hogan. Rest in peace. He passed away not too long ago. But Steve Hogan was Saul Tigh in the Battlestar Galactica 2006 series. So really, really cool.
Je ne sais pas pourquoi, mais je m'attendais
There's a
à votre
few
écoute.
other voice actors in this game. Let me check here.
Je m'appelle Doc Mitchell. Bienvenue à Good Springs. Bon, j'espère que vous ne m'en voudrez pas, mais j'ai dû vous raccommoder la caboche après avoir enlevé tous les petits morceaux de plomb. Je
And
suis
we're just
énormément
pulling up
content
IMDb for
de
this.
lui, mais c'est à vous de me dire si j'ai bien tout remis en place. Le résultat vous convient?
So Benny, voiced by Matthew Perry. He's pretty famous. Chief Hanlon of the NCR. Yeah. So Matthew Perry's Benny. Chief Hanlon is Chris Christopherson, which I think he just passed away as well, which that's a shame. He had a really nice voice. Arcade Gannon, voiced by Zachary Levy. Victor, voiced by William Sadler. He was in fucking what is that show called? He's Stargate? Was he in Stargate? He was also in Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure, Shawshank Redemption, Die Hard 2. You know, they got a pretty good bill on this game. They actually did pretty nice. Raul is famously Danny Trejo. Old Mexican man, Danny Trejo, of course. Yeah, really, really nice to see all these faces. I'm looking through the list, seeing if I recognize anyone else. The guy who voiced God in the DLC. No, he's just a video game guy. I thought he was someone. Dave Mitchell. I thought he was someone else. Yeah, but I'd love to see the voice actors in this game. So let's see. Do we make male, female, meta? Oddly enough, the meta is a woman. Woman is strictly better in this game. Little known fact. We are in the American Southwest. So we're gonna be Hispanic. Which one do we want? I like hair tied back.
Eh bien, l'essentiel est
And now the reason why women are better in Fallout New Vegas, right? There's a very specific reason.
de vous garder au lit. Voyons si vous êtes
There is a
capable de
perk
tenir debout.
called Black Widow that gives you 10% more damage versus the opposite sex.
Essayez de marcher jusqu'au
And
bout
since
de
most
votre
enemies
couloir.
are male,
Allez jusqu'à ce testeur d'énergie.
women is
Allez-y
a
doucement
female
et
character
abandonnez
is the
vos
best
balles.
character in the game. Right? That's really it. I think there is a gay option in this game though, so maybe not. I know in Fallout 3, woman was the meta.
Ça a l'air d'aller.
I don't know about...
Bon, essayez le testeur d'énergie.
Does the gay perk give you
En cas de
10%
ça,
damage against the
vous
same
aurez
sex?
toute
It might.
visibilité.
We'll have to look at that once we get the perk list. So in this game, compared to Fallout 3 was not really a good RPG. For the smaller hitbox, Bry, come on, you don't have, don't call out fighting game players like that. The stats actually matter in this game because Fallout 3 wildly imbalanced. You could get 99, Lillian Tekken. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna say that matches you, but okay. The stats matter in this game. Fallout 3, they don't matter because you could get 99 in everything. But in this game, they do matter. So we have to pick out our stats carefully, and our dump stat is always charisma. We always lower our charisma. All into luck. That's Gloomy. You know the strat. The best way to do it is 6 perception, 9 luck, because we can upgrade our luck later, and then endurance. This is the best way to do it. Technically, you would cut a little bit of agility for intelligence if you want more stat points. Doesn't really matter. You can also win at gambling. Yeah, that's true.
Avec une chance pareille, ça m'étonne que les balles n'aient pas fait demi-tour pour revenir dans le canon. Eh
If
bien,
you were any luckier, those bullets would
logique,
come back into the gun and shoot him.
mais ça ne veut pas dire que ces balles ne vous ont pas
Here's a
rappelé.
hidden tutorial.
Qu'est-ce que vous
You
diriez
can
aux
pick up
associés
items in this
pour
game,
essayer de répondre à quelques
right?
questions, histoire de voir
And
si
this
vous êtes
skull,
encore en place là-haut.
right? To jump, press space. Pour sauter, appuyez sur espace. Pour saisir un objet, regardez-le, appuyez sur W. Which, this was assuming a French keyboard, right? In an American keyboard, it's Z. We could pick it up, and it says good. Now, press the same button to let it go. Ta-da! That's tech. No one knows about the tutorial.
Très bien. Je vais prononcer un mot. Je veux que vous me disiez la première chose qui vous viendra à l'esprit. Chien,
Dog, cat,
maison,
house, shelter,
nuit,
night, silence,
bandit,
hut.
lumière.
Ooh, he uses Lumiere in this. Oh, that's a weird translation. So in the English one, he says light. And of course, in English, light means not heavy, and it also means not dark. But in this one, they use light as in bright. So picking heavy doesn't make sense, but we are going to pick heavy.
Mère.
Mother. Cookie.
Bien. Maintenant, j'ai quelques phrases. J'aimerais que vous m'indiquiez si elles correspondent à des choses que vous pourriez dire. La première. Le conflit ne correspond pas à ma nature.
Conflict. How do I feel about conflict? I don't like conflict.
Je n'ai pas l'habitude de me reposer sur les autres.
Yeah,
Je cherche toujours à être le centre de l'attention.
I do not want to be the center of attention.
J'ai du mal à accepter les idées nouvelles.
New ideas. I think I'm pretty stubborn. I don't really like new ideas.
J'affronte mes problèmes à bras le corps.
I take my problems head on. I want to say yes, but I also procrastinate a lot. So we're going to use no
C'est
opinion.
presque fini. Si vous jetiez un coup d'œil à ça, dites-moi ce que vous voyez.
Okay, I never knew what these are supposed to be.
Je
It's okay though. Okay. What do we actually want to be in this game? Repair is not as valuable as in Fallout 3. Fallout 3, you can only repair up to your skill. So I think we're gonna go Oh, this is so difficult. I like explosives. Like guns. Where's guns? There goes. And we'll do... speech. The speech is broken in this
Avant que je
game.
vous libère, j'ai encore besoin d'une chose. Un formulaire à remplir. Juste pour avoir une idée de vos antécédents médicaux. Ce n'est qu'une formalité. Ça m'étonnerait que se faire tirer dans la tête soit une affection congénitale.
So of course, we get to pick our traits. Now in Fallout 3, we saw a lot of silly shit. And instead of getting rid of the silly shit, they just decided to put it on a trait, right? Which is cool because, you know, some of it is a little bit out of line for the tone of the game that they wanted, but they didn't want to get rid of it. So they put it on a perk here. I can't say I'm a real fan of it. I don't really like it. Since we are doing high luck, I want to do high conflict. Fucking pinging. Mute. There you go. Since we are doing high critical builds, we're going to use Built to Destroy. And also, do we want rapid fire? I don't think we do. We'll take small limbs. Petite composition. Nice. We're built like a twink.
Très bien. Je crois que ce sera tout. Venez avec moi, je vous raccompagne.
Now, really funny thing, if you played Fallout 3 before this, all these pre-war books in Fallout 3 are worth $100 each. So you'd want to pick them all up. In this game, completely worthless, which is kind of a shame. But they knew the player would pick them all up. I don't think I have enough stats for much here, but we do get to steal all of his shit. Nope, don't have enough for that. Science? Nope, we're stupid. Give me some morphine, yes please.
Tenez, ceci est à vous.
Thank you for healing me. No hardcore mode. Oh, that's bright. Get all these tutorials out of the way. There's another tutorial. Now, since we do have the DLC, we do get these initial weapons, which are good enough. Oh, here's all the DLCs loading in. Thank you. I do want to play my... Another one. Thank you. Get out of the way. Okay. I do want to play this game and take my time with it. But at the same time, I feel like that's really indulgent. And I also like getting things done. Right? So I feel like... Another DLC. Come on. I feel like I kind of want to speed run a little bit. So maybe that's what we'll be doing. If you open up these mailboxes, you get some skill books out of them. Look at that. We got a bobby pin out of that one. Can we tip the cow? Is that a thing in this game? No, it's not. I don't know. I don't know. It's really tough because I love this game. I love this game. But at the same time, I don't know. I know I'm really conflicted. Like I want to 100% everything, but I feel like that's also really tedious. And like, I want to make enough progress to get to the point where we could... What's the word for it? I want to make enough progress where we can go and do the interesting stuff in the game. If that makes sense, right? Because like the early game, if you watch anyone's first playthrough, most every early game is going to be pretty similar, right? Like the tutorial, everyone's is similar. And it's not until later game that you see playthroughs start to like develop and play a little differently. And I think that's the most interesting part of it. So we're going to skip the tutorial. No, I should have thought about this. That's what we get for starting Fallout New Vegas spur of the moment. You know? We're being punished by our hubris. Okay, here's some tech though. You see this? You are leaving the tutorial area. Would you like to change your stats? And we actually fucked this up earlier. We should have, oh man, see, I already fucked it up. Look at that. So what you do is when you come out here, you need to modify your stats. Okay. And you just go through all this again. Don't change anything. Okay, we need to reset our stats. Very good. And then here, don't change these. The traits. Okay. Remember we picked earlier, we picked Built to Destroy, which we do want. But there's another perk here. Habillé. Skilled. Right? And the description of this perk is you get 5 points in every perk. Like everything. Everything gets +5. But you take a experience penalty. And you might be thinking, well, that's terrible. That doesn't really seem great. Well, the game will only give you like certain types of enemies are going to be scaled to you. You're not going to start the game and immediately run into an assassin who's going to kill you in one shot. So it's almost always better to pick this perk. When you pick it at the doctor's house, you get +5 to everything. When you reach this screen and you pick it again, you also get another +5 to everything. It reapplies it again. And there's another point later on in one of the DLCs where you could redo your perks. And you can take it a third time. So if you do it correctly, you do get +15 to every single thing in the game. That's what I mean about being knowledgeable, about being, you know, playing the game the right way. Because I think little stuff like that is really interesting. And is that a glitch? Yeah, it is a glitch, you know, but I still think it's worth noting. I still think it's cool. Oh man, I should have gotten the map ready for this. Man, next time I'm gonna have the map. You know, we saw that Washington DC map. The map for this one is much more spread out, but the icons, the areas that this place visits are much cooler, I think. Probably because I live in the American West, but these are all real highways that we're going down. Obviously not to scale. These are all real cities. Yeah. Yeah, and even the DLCs all take place in real places. So for example, the DLC that is Honest Hearts, that takes place in Zion National Park. They even say it, so there's no spoiler there. Who's gonna win? The lizard one. Little shitter. Let's see here. Where did the other DLCs take place? Um, I think either Lonesome Road or Old World Blues. I think one of those takes place at Groom Lake. Um, Groom Lake is a lake bed outside of a military base, right? And it's really famous. And you might be like, well, Groom Lake, I've never heard of Groom Lake. And it's Area 51. That's where it is, right? Um, there's a lot of history with Nevada. Nevada was, I think it still is, to be honest, the most federally owned state out of all the states. Most of the state land belongs to the federal government. You can't just build anywhere. You can't just make a city. It's federal land. And when they were doing nuclear testing, they divided it into areas, right? And they were just big, it was a big grid. Area 2, very famous, next to Las Vegas. That's where they did nuclear testing. And there's even some photos of nuclear bombs that you could see from the strip. So that was cool. And Area 51 just happens to be, number 51. So yeah, I don't know, little bit of history like that, little bit of nice geography as well. Yeah. Yeah, and so this area that we're approaching, the Divide, I think is a fictional town. I don't think it's a real place. But it is a town outside of Death Valley, California. Death Valley is a very interesting place. There's a freaking coyote. We can enter this area. Death Valley is a valley that is so deep it's actually under sea level. And because of the way the winds work, it is comically hot. It is the hottest place in the world. But yeah, this fictional city was destroyed. Great. We're just getting it for the quest marker, to be honest. Because this is a late game area, but we can enter it early game to trade for valuable items. Let's fast travel back to the movie theater. Nice. Outdoor movie theater, very American. I think there's one in our city, and it almost shut down, but they actually kept it going, which is neat. One of my favorite things about this game, tumbleweed. And I might be wrong, but I think tumbleweed is actually Russian. I think it's like a invasive species. Yeah, because there's some places that have so many tumbleweeds it like clogs up streets. Oh, thank you for that dynamite. Actually helped me out a lot. Oh, tutorial there. Get that out of the way. There we go. What is hitting me? Throwing spears? Why not? I went through you. There we go. Yeah, tumbleweed is I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think tumbleweed is its own species. It's a bush and the bush will dry up. And as it dries up, and it tumbles, it spreads its seeds that way. Yeah, really, really cool. Look at that. We're learning all kinds of stuff. And honestly, we're just walking to discover places here. We're not really doing too much. We're not going to do any story. We're just going to get to locations, get some valuable items, and then we'll probably play the game properly next time. We're just killing some time today. Throwing spears. Ooh, there we go. Oh, what the fuck? There's 3 of them. There's no seas in Nevada. Is that a riddle? There's no seas in Nevada. You got me. I don't know what that means. There's a note in here from the mayor of the destroyed town over there. Most players don't make that connection. Hey, we got our first level. What do we want to level up? We want to do for the other quest, because we're thinking of a quest that we have to do. We have speech. We have explosives. Good. We'll do trading to 25. Is that all the speech checks? I believe so. So we'll put one more into firearms. In this game, whoops. In this game, you only get levels, or you only get perks on even levels every other level. But they are much more powerful. This is, so yeah, look, 10% damage to the opposite sex, but you could get the gay version. So I guess being a woman is not meta in this game. You could pick whatever you want. That's a shame. What do we want to do here? Mutant hunter. That would be nice. Lady killer, do we want to sleep with men? Other women? Oh, yeah, no, I get it now. I get it now. Once I saw the phony thing, I was like, oh, it makes sense. I think we're gonna do hunter. But it's not really worth it. It doesn't really do enough for us. We'll be a lesbian. We'll take the lesbian perk. Because I know there's at least... How many lesbian characters are there? There's Christine. There's Veronica. I don't think she has a check though. There's, I think, the receptionist at the Gomorrah is also lesbian. I think that might be it, to be honest. I don't know. And unique dialogue choices are always nice. Here we are at Mojave Outpost. Wonderful. Now that we've gotten here, let's immediately leave. Wonderful. Hey, you're still alive. There you go. Have fun with that. I don't think we could take out the super mutants at Jackrabbit Springs. We're a little too fragile for that. I would like to get the Prospector Den, but I don't really feel like it matters. Here is the Ivanpah Dry Lake. and also the Ivanpah racetrack, which is a real thing. A lot of racing happens on dry lake beds just because they're nice and flat. Do we want to discover it? We'll kill all these ants later. I really can't be bothered right now. We're gonna get attacked there, so we'll just keep a nice berth from that. What is that noise? That's an ant. Now, I might be wrong, but the speed run for this game is something ludicrous. I think it's 47 seconds. I might be wrong. But it is very, very quick. It is comically quick. Mostly because this is a very glitchy game. If you break your leg and you pull out your Pip-Boy at the same time, you will fly forward. Fuck away from me. You can't even hit me from this far away. We're gonna keep walking. I do not want to talk to this nerd. If he talks to us, we're gonna kill him. Good. Ah, nah. Nah. Fuck away from me. Hate that guy. I don't think there's been a playthrough where I didn't kill that guy. That guy's a knucklehead. Over here, there's 2 scorpions. Oh, you can actually kill these birds. You get 1 XP. This guy has a laser rifle. Why? Why did we kill the bird? I mean, that's free experience. Come on, we're trying to min-max here. Palmdale? Oh. Oh, I'm from the Bay. But yeah, a lot of California is really dry like this. Not the bird, the nerd. Oh, because he's an asshole. Because he's annoying. That's the only reason we need is if a character is annoying, we're gonna take him out. We got no mercy. I couldn't tell you how many hundreds of times I've had to listen to the dialogue in this game. So part of me is like, I don't want to talk to these people anymore. Ooh, machine gun. We should save. Because I feel like the game is going to crash on me. Just a little feeling, you know, just not saying anything, but you know. No. No, I don't listen to Surge. No, I usually listen to like, I don't know, emo music, some metal. You know, the usual. The usual. We come over this here. We're at Ulysses Camp. Ulysses Ranch. Charlotte Gainsborough. I don't know if they're married or not, but I don't know who they are. Unique weapon here, the chopper. Bunch of ammo, a gun. Not a good gun, but it's a gun, you know. We'll take what we could get. Oh, French singers? No, I don't listen to French music. French music is very I can barely understand English music. So French music, oof, that's something else. Kind of scary. I tried listening to like French rap once. I was like, holy, what are they saying? Oh, they're father daughter. Yeah. So we're so early in the game we haven't interacted with the Legion yet, so they don't care about us. Kind of funny. There is a caravan there. I guess we could just chill out and wait for them to fight each other. We don't really like the Legion. I don't like the Legion. I think the Legion sucks dick. It's like wow, I really want to play the faction with the least amount of content, you know, and the worst story, and they're evil. You know, it's like I don't want to play that. Um, Fallout New Vegas, when they were developing it, it was meant to be an NCR story, right? That was the whole game, NCR. But then later on, they were like, we need multiple endings, you know, all that jazz. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna? Oh, one side. Okay.
Allez,
All right. Oh, he's hurt. All right. Two left. Oh, his armor got crippled.
ça suffira.
Yeah, he's not gonna do anything. Well, there we go. Look at that. What do you got? Frag grenade, a gun. Yes, please. Get to loot all these dummies. Yeah, and I feel like people who like the Legion, it's almost like I mean, I take it like a are you an asshole option. It's like, man, I really like the Legion. Yeah, we're gonna go NCR. We're gonna go NCR. It's the best story. People who are like, man, I really love the Legion. Caesar was right. And I'm like, okay, that, you know, that's a red flag. That's like an immediate red flag for a person, you know? That's how I feel about it. Mr. House route is interesting as well, since most of the NCR content overlaps with him. And then the Yes Man route was made just as a backup, so that's, you know, whatever. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the types who say that kind of stuff. This game brings out a lot of very outspoken people. It's a great Reddit game. I'll tell you that. People on Reddit love this game. Let's see here. Pack of cigarettes. They're not worth that much money in this game. They are in Fallout 3. Now, unlike Fallout 3, remember Fallout 3, the world is the character. The world is something to be explored. Fallout 3, walking around, going to each unique location was really interesting. You can find a lot of like unwritten storytelling in each location in Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas, it doesn't have that. Fallout New Vegas is very linear in how it tells its story, and the individual areas are not that interesting. Um, it's just kind of piecemealed together, uh, which is a little bit of a shame. It doesn't have the character. It doesn't feel alive that way Fallout 3 does. Um, and a lot of New Vegas is incomplete. Fallout 3, of course, they finished the game. They shipped it pretty well. They felt happy about it. Fallout New Vegas had a ton of difficulties. And when I first started playing it on the PlayStation 3, it was almost unplayable. It was ridiculous. You could not play the game. It would crash like clockwork. And it still does. They fixed most of the crashes. Um, but yeah, there's still memory leaks in it. It's still broken.
Hello.
Hello. So there's that, you know. But I think the story of Fallout New Vegas holds it up so much better than Fallout 3 does, right? Fallout 3 is a great post-apocalyptic game. It's a game with great character. It feels like you're Mad Max, scavenging the world for interesting things, trying to stay alive. But it doesn't feel like 200 years in the future, right? It feels like the bombs just exploded. We're trying to get back together. And Fallout New Vegas is more of like a political drama. Like the factions have already been made. Civilization is already back. How do you interact with it? Makes it a very different type of game. And interestingly enough, when they made Fallout New Vegas, they just reused a ton of Fallout 3 assets, right? Why wouldn't you, right? It's in the same engine, it's the same game, basically. So if you put in the codes for all the Fallout 3 weapons, they all work and they all exist and they're in the game. You just can't pick them up because Fallout New Vegas balanced the game very differently than Fallout 3 did. One big gameplay change that they did from Fallout New Vegas to Fallout 3 is they implemented the damage threshold system, which did exist. And it's basically if you have a damage source on a character and you attack someone, you need to overcome their armor to hurt them effectively. Now, unfortunately, that makes the game bias towards those really effective weapons. Those very effective single shot weapons are the best weapons in the game. We are hurt. What is hurt? Our arm. Okay. Yeah, so Fallout 3, your armor was a percentage. And you can only have up to 85 armor. And if you have 85 armor, 85% of the damage is blocked, 15% gets through, right? So if something was still doing damage to you, it would still hurt you, right? It would just hurt you less. Fallout New Vegas has the damage threshold system where if you have a damage from an attack that is lower than the armor blocks it. Yeah, it's really different. Really, really different. And the way they made the game is high level enemies have tons of armor. So the guns that do lots of damage in single shots are great. The weapons that do tons of damage, from rate of fire or from like a shotgun, multiple small impacts, those do a lot worse in this game. And you would think they would make an enemy that is reverse, right? An enemy with no armor, but tons of health, right? That you have to use a weapon like that on. No, they don't exist, right? This game is not very... They didn't have too much variety in terms of enemies. I think we're playing on hard or very hard. Fallout 3 enemies are too tanky. They're just annoying. In this game, I think they're pretty good, and you have the tools to deal with them, so I think hard is good. I think hard mode gives enemies 25% more health or something, and you do 25% less damage. So not terrible numbers, but, interesting. And we're still walking. We're on Highway 95. I'm not sure where that starts, but that's a state highway, so I guess it wouldn't really start too far away. Usually by this point in the game, we're like level 10 or so, but there's nothing stopping you from just walking to the next area. Same thing with Fallout 3. If you know where to go, you could just go there, right? You could just skip the entire first half of the game by just walking to where your dad is. This game is similar, but they did something different. Usually when you go from Goodsprings and you go north, this area is full of Cazadors. This area is full of Deathclaws. Now the speed run would have you go through here, through Black Mountain a little bit, and you might be able to get away with sneaking past those enemies. So they really meant for you to follow the linear path, go down through Prim, through Nipton, come up through Novak, and hit all the quests along the way. Which is, you know, not the way I would do it, but it does make for a more cohesive story. You chasing Benny. And this game does take lore from Fallout 1 and 2. Fallout 3, it didn't even have to be a Fallout game, really. Because Fallout 3 is so detached from the other games that it was like, look, we have the Enclave from Fallout 2, you know, but we're not committing to it, right? We don't have the baggage of the story from the first two games.
Bonjour.
Fallout New Vegas does. Fallout New Vegas has to take all those pieces and try to make something that matches. There's my favorite billboard right there. That's a nice butt. And we're still walking. I wonder how long it takes to walk from one side of the map to the other. I think the Fallout New Vegas map is slightly larger than the Fallout 3 map. But at the same time, there's more inaccessible areas. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad you like it, because there's enough to talk about that makes this game interesting aside from the game, you know. Yeah, it's always nice. These guys are just standing here. They don't do anything. There's a couple cut quests that I know about, which we might be able to do. Depends if the game cooperates. Are we getting close to Vegas? We're almost here. Ooh, actually, I almost forgot. There's a secret. I shouldn't say it's a secret. It's marked on the map. There is a caravan that is destroyed here, but it is one of the best ways to get combat armor early in the game. We're gonna do just that. Stable, sure thing. You, combat armor, 15 damage resistance. That's excellent. And a plasma rifle. Yep. Leather armor, we're already wearing leather, so we don't really need that. Another one, we could repair our junk with that. There we go. And if you look at the value on it, 3,400 caps. Like, yeah, it is a big deal. Like I said before, all the game revolves around is your damage number against your armor. So having armor that is half decent like that, honestly, combat armor can carry us all the way to the end of the game. You know, there are some armors that are unique that give you a little bit of stat bonuses here and there. Do they really matter? I don't think so, right? Like, why take +5 on a skill when you could just not get hurt? Ooh. Oh, we're fat. We're too fat. Oh no. There you go. One thing that this game does really well is the outlying areas from from Las Vegas, I should say. Las Vegas, the strip is really nice. It's really clean, and they do a good job patrolling it. The rest of Las Vegas it's the ghetto. I mean, I hate to say it, but Las Vegas is a sketchy place. And oh man, it is something else when you go there.
Arrêtez ça, d'accord?
There you go, man. We've been doing so much out of order that it feels weird being in Freeside already. What else do we want to do? I guess we could hit the first casino, right? And just get a bunch of money. That's something we could do. Let's go over here and discover this location on the gate. And then we're going to go play some blackjack and win it big. Which, you know, spoiler, we're going to win. Right? We got so much luck that, you know, there ain't no way we could lose. Okay, load the gate. Location found. Turn around. And walk back. I remember the developers, alright, I shouldn't say the developers. When the game came out, if you bought the special edition, it came with a pack of playing cards with a bunch of key figures from the game on each card, right? And so like different characters would have different cards, and it was really cool. Really cool. Oddly enough, it's a reference to the Iraq War. When America was going in there, they would actually have these pack of cards for the troops, and the cards, because they knew the troops would be, you know, spending time just goofing off, they gave them cards, and the cards would have key figures that they were hunting. So like Saddam Hussein was the Ace of Spades, right? And that's how they, you know, kind of taught the soldiers. Which, you know, talking about it is kind of fucked up, right? But they did it in Fallout New Vegas as a reference to real life. Okay, we have $150. Give me $100. There you go. Yeah, I'll see if I could dig up some photos. So we're gonna bet max. What are the buttons? These are all in French. E? Nope. R? Nope. That's wrong button. W? There we go, it's W. Okay. 20. What's the button for keep? There we go. R. Okay. 19. Got lucky. Let's raise our bet. Um, 17. We'll take one. 13. Normally you would not, but 21. Man, I forgot how broke this is. Holy shit. Like, we're just on autopilot. Let me drink a little coffee here. 19, we stay. Oh, we lost. 21 on the draw. There we go. Yeah, I'll try to find some of those cards. 11, we're going to double down. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. What's the double down button? A? F, maybe? Z. What the fuck is Z? A. Z. This is Z? Okay, there we go. That's the one. That's what button it is. Because if you play in the French version, it assumes you're on a ZERTY keyboard instead of QWERTY. So, you know. Whoops. And we got our first reward. I think they just give us some alcohol. Nothing really too fancy there. 19 will stay. If you heard that little chirp, that's us getting a in-game achievement, which it gives us a little bit of experience for that. 21. Man, that was... I cannot believe this luck. I forgot how broke this game was. 20, we hold. Uh, 11, double down. Now, you know, one thing I wonder about this game is if you were on 5 luck, is it a fair game? I don't believe it is. You know, like I feel like it's very skewed
Et tentez votre chance.
against the player. Now, if we want to min-max here, we could always, you know, like that. Man. End blackjack at a certain point and then hit the slot machine and go for max. Or the roulette, technically would be better, but that takes a long time. Honestly, we're going to have so much money by the end of this that it's not going to matter. Even with the crazy expensive DLC weapons, you know, we're still going to be all right. Oh, both 21. Okay. Did we level up? Wow. Wow, we leveled up from gambling. Holy shit. 25 there, 25 there. We got 40 grenades. We'll get 40 firearms. Let's get a little bit of survival here. Do I want, actually, do I want survival? I think we go explosives. There you go, 510. We shouldn't, but we'll take it. Another 21. Jesus. And we're only at 9 luck. That's the crazy part. 17, but we're on an ace. We'll take another card. 20. Oh, we lost on the draw. Okay. 19. We'll hold. Okay. Let's switch, actually. Go play some slots. At least this is a little bit more brain dead. Oh my, oh, I forgot about the cherries. The cherries might just win us the jackpot. That's fine. Actually, is it TOS to gamble? Is this gambling? I didn't think about that. I suppose it's in a game, right? Like, it shouldn't matter, and it's not real money, so we should be fine. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha's allowed? Well, yeah, I suppose so. Oh, almost got the 777s. But we got the experience from gambling 10 times on the slots. I guess we should do that, too. We should do the roulette as well. 90 experience? Yeah, why not? This one we have to spam to get our bet up. The way you do it is, right, 50-50, 2-1. We'll do, oh, hold on. Do I put it down? Z? There you go. Place bet. Yeah, now there's actually a way to game this one, right? The way you do it is you put money on a color, and you have so much luck that it'll influence the color. So you put one on black, right? We're gonna put one here. And then now we need to increase our bet. And then place it on a black number. And hopefully that'll do it. Did we really? No, 28. Okay, I was about to say. There's no way we got that on the first try. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, I hate the buttons on that. I hate them. This is one button. I don't have to think. And now I like to do this from all the casinos, but the one that is worth the most is the DLC casino from the Sierra Madre, because that does not use money. It uses Sierra Madre chips. So that one is worth a lot more than all the other ones. Most people kind of forget that it's a thing. Probably because it's a pain in the butt to access it, you know. You can only go in there once. I'm not sure how I feel about casinos. IRL. Oh, there we go. 800 bucks. Did that ban us? No, we still have to keep going. Whatever. Back to blackjack. I think the casinos here are the only place you could smoke indoors. And that makes them like kind of funny to me, because I mean, like growing up, restaurants that smoked got banned pretty quick. So I don't know, but I don't like the idea of visiting a casino because I have way more interesting ways to waste money than a casino, you know. And then a lot of casinos are really depressing. Like you see a lot of old people gambling. There we go, and we're banned.
Bienvenue à l'Atomic Wrangler.
Okay, and we got $5,000 now. Wow, we're rich. Yeah, you see a lot of old people there. A lot of people who shouldn't be gambling. People with addictions. You know, and I'm not gonna say I'm addiction prone, but I'd rather not risk it, you know. Like I don't play MMOs anymore because I know I would play them too much, you know, and I don't want to go to a casino and I'm like, I know I'd, you know, a little bit more, but at least I'm good at setting a limit when I go. Although I try not to go anymore. Oh man, all the vandals are coming out.
Apparemment, vous venez d'arriver.
Mine was RuneScape back in the day. And then after RuneScape, it was probably like Destiny 2. I guess it's like an FPS MMO, but it's still an MMO. Oh, we could just talk to you, can't we? Yeah, here you go. Here's my money. Look at that. Club Penguin? You were a Club Penguin player? Holy shit. It's actually badass.
Salut, partenaire.
I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, I can't believe they managed to animate that in game. Like, you had a membership too? Holy shit. But yeah, this game engine is really not friendly to animations. And being able to animate that is insane. In the DLC, we meet a character named Christine, and Christine is very unique because Christine is mute. She cannot talk, right? And because she's mute, and the game just crashed. Okay, well, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. We're gonna, let me change screens. Man, they really pulled the curtain on me. They pulled the curtain on me. We didn't lose any progress because we just went through a door, so we should be all right. And I'll pick out some of the stuff I talked about. I'll pick out those playing cards. I don't own them, but I'll find some pictures of them. And the Saddam Hussein ones. I'll pull up a map for next time. And we have a lot of locations discovered, so that'll trim down all the walking in between that we have to do next time. So it'll go a lot smoother next time. I swear it will. But thanks for coming. I was hoping to go until Gloomy started and then we could raid into her. That'd be really funny. But I guess not. I guess we'll just dump it here. So yeah, I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy. Yeah. I'll see you. Maybe I might do a night stream. I don't know when. We'll see. I might. Yeah. Probably the next regular stream would probably be Tuesday. If not, I'll do like Battlefield on a night or something. So, all right, enough yapping. See ya.